And we're ready to go. Come on, man. Always a little nervous right around this stage. I'm ready to go. He's still not logged in. You kidding me? Let's go. Get in there, man. Really? New account? Seriously? Seriously, do I have to do like some... The tournament has started. Is he one of these guys? Dr. Wittmann? Come on, Magnus. Okay, tell you what. We're going to go to Dr. Wittmann, I guess. I'm taking a guess that this is Magnus Carlsen. For right now. We'll we'll see. Is this Magnus? Let's do some investigation or investigative work. Is this his play style? He is up on the clock. Looks to be a nice position. A good bishop. Going for an exchange. Slightly more active king. Is he gonna win those pawns? How do you win the pawns? King could be sealed off if you try to go in on the dark squares. Take here and then target the pawn. It's a very old account. You doubt it's him? Oh, man. Oh, okay. I'm getting word in the chat from Asios. Okay. Okay, this isn't Magnus, for one. But we're getting word in the chat Magnus is on his way home. He'll join in about 5 minutes. So this is going to be a late start, Magnus. He's given them a cushion. Okay, so we got... we tracked some doctor. Okay, let's jump away. I'm gonna stay still on the doctor. We want to get his very first game when he does get home. he's running late. He has some catching up to do, and I still have some sorting out to do with the tabs. I don't know why I can't get this one right. Oh boy. Okay, we want to be here for one tab and here for the other. How hard is that? Okay. Alexander Ulanov is up there. Berserk the first game. Catapulted with a 3 to page 1. Alright, thank you for the feedback, Asios. A good friend of Magnus Carlsen. It's Asios. So let's maybe check out a game of somebody else. How about... How about Jagalco? Yeah, let's check out Jagalco for a couple games. I also just saw Line Ted up in the first page. This looks excellent for Jagalco. Not on the clock, but he will do this. Pretty sure. His Ultra Bullet rating, I think his... Oh, it's not quite at 3,000 right now. He will pre-move this one now. It's at 2.3. And here we go, the old step ladder for checkmate. The doctor's not there yet. Oh, okay. Let's watch another game by Jagalco. He just beat Bortnik, and he is in second. Okay. Light square bishop outside the chain. Super solid. Knight eyeing up f5. Be quite the bug. Could take the bishop. This bishop may get trapped, no? Is he hinting at that? Oh, there was a big blunder there. To the bishop h5 move, it was targeting e2. So up an exchange and a pawn, and called a second pawn. Doctor in there? No. Even on the clock. Exchanges are welcome for black. Yes, now the dark squares. Okay, he's a resigner. Beatles 21 next opponent. Is he there yet? He's not. Okay. King pawn game. Looks like Rey Lopez. Fancy maneuver with that knight. Keep the tension here. You probably will see take with the pawn and then this kind of stuff if there's a capture on g5. Interesting regrouping here by black's minor pieces on the king side. Really wants that dark square bishop exchange. I think white is for choice. f5 is gonna be a tough one to get in. There's these nice. I think this in the end, this pawn is going to be good. Huh? Well, he's getting f5 in. Well, he didn't play f5 there. Surprising. So I think that eventually white will be there to create a target against the queenside structure. And I think that is approaching. Carlsen is still not playing. We're almost there. He's going to... It's 7 minutes now, approaching. So here we are. Oh, the time edge, 2-1. Yeah, shut it down. Say, I want this to be the only active diagonal, only active file. And I control it. Under 10. Yeah, black recognizing he has no counterplay and is way down on time. Gives it up. The doctor's in. Okay. Let's stick right here. I see green. And there he is. All right, we're ready to go. We caught move 1. He's gone bananas with b4. He rang the monkey opening, we'll call it. Oh, man. He's just going to monkey around. Is that a sign of him monkeying around in this tournament? Okay, he got a little bit of a late start. 7 minutes back. Let's see if he makes it up. He's in 163rd place. Ooh. The heart has been ripped out. That's painful. K-note. K-note on g7. He's up a piece and still pressing for a mate in 2, it seems. What? Why not there and here? Nobody knows. Check and checkmate. It's another one. Another chance to do it. Oh. Was I saying queen here or something? Anyhow, queen to the g file for checkmate. He got that one. And I want to be right here on this page. So here we go. Game 2. He's in 121st place. So this is cool. Actually, I don't mind seeing the late start because we get to see some weaker opponents. You know, it's all relative. But yeah, for these first, I don't know how many games. Maybe 5, 6. We'll see some 2,400, 2,500 players instead of the 28, 2,900. Okay. Ooh, what's with this queen g4 move? It's appearing now a second time. Pressure here and here. White uncastled. Okay. Taking with the piece gives white some squares here. e4 is a big one. If knight takes, maybe take with the pawn to kick that knight away. Oh, now this is collapsing. Probably take with the queen, although in the end you would drop the bishop. So you can't quite go in for this. You'll definitely be recapturing. Ooh, this seems nice, actually. Okay, the queens are off, but white still has some problems here. Look at how active this rook is. This is looking good for black. This is winning for black. Or is it? That tricky knight. Ooh, is he gonna... Yeah, he's gonna untangle here. Bishop takes pawn with check and the knight. Okay. I need to reassess here. White is better. Superior bishop. Superior minor piece. And up a pawn. He has managed to untangle. Watch out for the mate. In 2. He's got a square. The knight is kicked. He's way down on time as well. And this knight is cooked. Where do you go? You gotta sit there. Not a fun time. Okay, rook exchange incoming. No gas in the tank. Where does that put him? 91st. Knee clocks. Next opponent. IM. He's going crazy with these king knight pawn advances early on. He's given up the G pawn. Queen was hit. White center is under fire early. And where do you go? I think that was a moment to give up a pawn just to break open the king side some. Anyhow, he's targeting this. Another opportunity for this advance. Doesn't want to play that. Oh, he could do this because of the pin against the knight. There's still a pin. And now is looking for something against the dark squares. Unopposed bishop. Does not want to trade queens. He's fishing for an attack. There's a check. Queen block, bishop pair. Okay. Naturally, I always think to go here before that just to control that knight really well. Body count. Even. It's a minor piece imbalance once more. Slight edge on the clock for the doctor. White is dropping this pawn for we don't know what reason. Welcomes a trade. Get that pawn here and he's a beast. Who cares about this guy? Run f-pawn. He's in the tank. He realizes that this really wasn't a threat. He's still in the tank. He's on the defensive, and now the more active king on top of it all. Piece. They're a material advantage and a time advantage is what I was fumbling to share with you. Okay, another W for the doctor. Who's in first, by the way? Slippery Penguin, on fire with 24, boss on his heels. Ivan, oh boy. Is he going to do this the whole tournament? A lot of G5, G4 stuff. G5, B4. Okay, sensitive square in black's camp. F5. Doesn't want a knight exchange. My knight's better than yours, he says. So, ready to go queenside. He's got this covered. Does white want to pick off a pawn? Guess not. This is hit. Cracks it open. Black is better. More space. I like the knight. This is a vulnerable point. Light square bishop exchange, you're never getting rid of that rook. This is the only pawn break in the position. Watch out. Some exchanges now. How many? Exchange queens and then here? No, there first. Now queen exchange. Don't know that the move order mattered too much. Black is definitely in the driver's seat. Pass pawn is not even felt. This knight is a beast. Put the king right here, or push the pawn. There he goes. A quick centralization, and the pawn is ready to roll. The bishop doesn't even exist. Pawn continues to run. We're going to have a resigner. Take the bishop. Or that. This guy's pushing through. There you go. Gonzo, under 10 as well. Another W. He was in 43rd for that one. The Penguin, the boss. Chess Bras is in there. Chess Weeb. Lion Ted is playing. Okay. Lion Ted is in there. Giga. Another G4 or another B4 start. Continues to monkey around. He's up a pawn, but behind in development. C4 is in there, and the C5 is in there. Quick undermining of the white center. Don't want to really deal with the pawn on E4. Rook is hit. Rook is hit again. Counterpunch against the queen. These guys are flying. I just realized this seems a lot faster. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Super glue bishop. Everything is everything is protected very well. Offer queen exchange. You could maybe push. He's going after the A pawn. He's eyeing up the rook. Is now the time to push? Does he even want a flight square? He doesn't care about that. I don't need that flight square, he says. Let's just roll. C6 on board. Okay. Focal point for sure. Now the flight square is in there. How do you make progress? Well, you could win a pawn for starters, and in the end you have a checkeroni, you're winning a piece. He knows it. Rook takes, check, rook block, or whatever. You're winning something. Another W, putting him where? He was 26th place for that one. How many games has he played? Where are you at, Doctor? Where are you at? Where are you at? There he is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. He's on page 2. He's in 16th. He's playing something a bit more normal against Elda64, who he has blanked so far. 10-0. Whew. Okay, he has netted the bishop pair. Unopposed dark square bishop. Play conservative. Some time. A little build up. That little pit stop right there. Ooh, the bishop is dead. He's a cooked bishop. What I was going to say is C6 bought black a little bit of time to get in some development. Didn't allow white to quickly play D5 and make use of the lead in development. This is the B4 tournament. Turning into fiend-headed bishop. Bishops on adjacent diagonals. Carlsen so far is flawless. This knight not on F6. The H-pawn gets excited to run. Pressure against F7 nearby. Maybe even H7. This knight is going to be a beast. Black doesn't want that. This can be a problem. E5. Open up the bishop's eyes. Get out of the pin? No. Doesn't care about doubled pawns. I might have an opposite color bishop ending. Going for that? No opposite color bishop ending. I thought the knight might dive in there and we would have light square versus dark square. White can create a passed pawn. Do you want to stop that? This would stop it. No, he's not stopping it. This guy's a runner. How do you stop it? Check and then bishop here. Nice defense of F2. Pawn continues to run. Can it be stopped? Can it be stopped? Might the knight be trapped? Push, check, and then here? No, there right away. And then if knight here, then there's this, and then a take. Yes, he was going to win a piece no matter what. The idea now is to push if pawn takes, taking advantage of the pin. 22-25. He's a runner. Might have a 2-bishop mate. Can this bishop sack itself for the pawn? No, I don't think it can. He's not stopping it from getting here, and he can't stop it from getting there. King here, push, a bad diagonal, and then that, and you're promoting. Okay, he is officially in 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins in a row. Watnek, next opponent. Crazy H-pawn. Yeah, he's definitely having some fun here with the openings. Okay. Doesn't want some space. Wants to keep it volatile in the center. Alright. Well, he's going to go queenside with this. You know, castling kingside would be a demotion of the rook. So, don't want to pull that rook off of the half open file. This is a bit more sensitive now. Immediately being targeted. It could be won. I think you needed to pull the bishop back if you wanted to hang on to it. Black is better because of this knight. The rook position? Guess you have to take there. He wants another piece on c4. Big pawn center. If rook takes rook. This knight controls this structure very well. And the b3, c4. King wants to be right here. Oh, he's losing a big pawn. Oh, he's going to get a pawn back. Knight versus bishop. Isn't this a problem? He's losing this pawn now. Oh, no, he's not. That was a really nice sequence there. He's able to take. 20 to 20. And I think this is going to be a draw. Yeah, I think this one's going to be a draw. Yeah, I see this one as a draw. What can I say? Yeah. It's a draw. Okay, the first non-win. In first, Lion Ted, Boss. Second, Penguin. Having back-to-back losses. Let us see. Next game, MSB2. Let's not miss the first move. MSB2. He's getting hit with now H6 and G5. Alright. What kind of strike? Okay, C5 in this game. Jinji Indian-like structure. Knights versus the bishop. Knight versus bishop position. He's going to go queenside again. Okay. Doesn't want to take here. Black would be really strong on that square, so kind of clog it up with the pawn. Needs to hold on to one square, and E5 is it. I like white here. Queen is misplaced. Just trying to get back involved. You can't go with the fork unless you want to get mated. Where do you go with the king? I think this is fine. The queen is around to defend, hanging onto the pawn. This is nearby, breaking down this structure. The white rooks are playing, the black rooks not so much. This bishop is awesome, negating the rook's influence on the c-file. Queen takes. Oh, he's taking with the pawn. Knight eyeing up this square, offering a queen exchange. The rook is pinned. This position will simplify some. Good news for black, who is under fire some with the king. He could take. He's ready to run. Yes, this will be defended. 13 seconds. Want some exchanges. Hide king. 9 seconds. He's going to get some material. No, the knight can block. Oh, what just happened there? Something bad. Yeah, something went way wrong there. Oh, he meant rook here. It was a mouse slip. Pretty sure he meant rook there. Okay, the first L of the tournament for the doctor, who is in 6th for that game. 6th in the tournament. He is in pause mode for right now. Okay, maybe a bathroom run. Let's see. Let's have a look at this Lion Ted for a second. No, let me. What do you do when he's in pause mode? We go to this game. We go Lion Ted versus Chess Bras. 1 versus 2 at the moment. Let's see. I don't know. You guys could go into the account, see if they have it listed. It's not quite mate. There is a perpetual if white wants it. White wants more, though. And why not? You're up a knight and a bishop. And a couple seconds. So, this will be converted. I have no doubt. White pieces are excellent. King looks like he'll be mated soon. Running very short on squares. That's a check. Where's the checkmate? Another piece falls. This is super glued. The queen side. Light square control. Oh my god. Mopping up all pawns. And flying. You want some more? Hoping for a stalemate. There will be no stalemate. Check, check, and then checkmate. It took him down to 1.3. Okay, the doctor is not in a game yet. I guess we could still look at another top game. And top right now is Chessbras, 1 versus 10. Chessbras versus Cranty. They have not played. Gonna get a mover. Oh, forget about it. The doctor is in there against Pragnananda Chess. Okay. What is with these flank openings, man? Will this pawn be a thorn? I got there just in time. The doctor is in 9th. 9 versus 10. Okay. Space? No, 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 no. Pawn takes, knight takes, and then the king goes uncastled. Is this a problem over here? It's defended for right now. Knight here or knight here is available after rook b8. Knight is on the defensive. Bishop check. If the king backed up, there would be a check and then, yeah, a discovered check. Big problem for black. Down on time. Knight exchange. Take the bishop. Is there some other move? You're looking at a check first. He's looking at a check first. He's going hunting. Another check. Rook takes. Take with the rook and you're defending the knight. Another check. Where's the mate? Is there a mate? King on a dark. There's a bishop checkmate. No, not quite. What am I talking about? He wasn't even in check there. Thought it was black to move. White on move. Oh, what a killer move, huh? He's going to win the bishop. No, it's maybe mate soon, too. He's going to win the bishop with check or check here. Okay, got the W. Let me go. Ooh, white didn't move. Maybe a connection issue there for the Chessbras game. Okay, next game. The doctor once more. King knight pawn advance. Move 1. Big pressure on the white squares in the center. I guess that point couldn't be maintained. Preparing to fianchetto. Welcoming an exchange. Knight eyeing up b4. Some nice squares for this knight on the edge, but it's maybe one of the better pieces black has. No good square for the knight. It's under control. I think he's offsides here. This piece can use some work. Oh, there is that. Yeah, as soon as the knight moved. Okay, eyeing up this square. You gotta take. No, you don't have to take. This is defended. And the knight is trapped. Can't go here. There's no retreat. Yeah, he went into a trapperoni. Knight on d3 looks juicy, but he's cooked. Yeah, that's a cooked knight. And, oh, he's cooked on the clock as well. Surprised that he's going on. He is playing on. Yeah. It's not, oh, yeah, okay, now he's not even now. Yeah, we got a fork even. Okay, 11 to 37. Okay, where are we at? Let us see. We're still waiting for a game. He is in 9th. Here we go against GM Cranty. Still an hour 31 to go. Some wacky stuff continues. I just don't think it's going to change throughout this tournament. Loving this kick of the king knight. And nearby g3, nearby f3, looking for mate on g2, just barely held together. Oh, knight f3 is juicy. Oh, that's a killer. Yeah, that's a killer. Knight here, you take here, and then go here. Address the threat against your queen. He knows it. A 15-move kill. Down goes Cranty. Wow. Okay, 34. First is the boss. 40, 36, 35, 34. Not in a game yet. We got a game. Fedorikov 93. Getting hit with g4. The Grob. Pesky pawn. Will it one day be a thorn? Knight h4, isn't that irritating? Oh, knight h4 you would take here. There was pressure on d5. That's why h4, to stop knight h4 at a later moment. This is basically a nice home for the king. If ever a kick, well, now you have to deal with an open G-file. Black has one really good square, F4. Let's not forget that. It can hit pretty hard. The knight, the king is ready to go in the corner. Avoid this check. Yeah, this is excellent for black. Yeah, I really like this one for black. No dark square. Ooh. Things have changed a little bit there. White just won a pawn. E-pawn fell. Is another one going to fall? There is a pin here. He's out of the pin. Eyeing up maybe another pawn. This one is under control. He's trying to shut down the bishop now. Ooh, and by doing that, he dropped the knight. Not intended. All he wanted to do was negate the bishop, but yeah. The knight is not happy about that. Is there compensation here? There may be compensation. If these guys can get rolling. At the moment, this knight is not contributing. Want some exchanges? Yeah, these rooks will get really active. Oh, that wasn't a mouse slip. Gotta take with the king. The knight, fortunately, is out of the ball game for a bit. You box him out? No, not yet. Knight here, and I don't see the progress now. White could only go back and forth. Yeah, and there's no moves here. Here, you lose the pawn with check. You could push. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, this is a goner. Okay, white resigned. He goes down. He dropped that knight on f3. Chess Weeb, Boss, Lion Ted, Chess Bras, Knight King, Doctor. The Penguin right on his heels. Eddie Marsala next opponent. The Doctor is in 6th. More G4. Okay. G4, G5, F4. Don't try this at home. Don't try to mimic this play. There are a lot of weaknesses created. Black is taking advantage of one of them. In this case, G3, F4, H4, H5. And the king resides over here, so be very careful. Dark square weaknesses. How do you get rid of this guy? Black not so quick to castle kingside. There's still some play here. Bishop may get squeezed. Threat of E5. Get out of the pin. What's the queen up to? What's this queen up to? Okay, getting the queens off. New square for the knight. He's ready to be kicked. He would have been trapped. White is a passer, looking to push it a little bit, but black has a really good square still. Bishop on e5. It can be challenged, though. Knight on c4 is excellent. Okay, he's going to get a pawn. Maybe another. Maybe another. Push here, it gets hunted. White is up a pawn. How did that happen? Is he getting a pawn back? He's not getting a pawn back. Would this have done it? No, the knight would have taken and then defended. The pawns are running 3 connected passers and... Oh, that's a nice move. That's a nice move. You see what just happened there? First there before a capture to make sure these are double isolated pawns. I like that. That was really nice. Played so quick. I'll take your bishop. Just let me damage your structure first and win this king and pawn ending. My 2 connected passers are better than these dummies. Oh, I love that. Okay, Watneg next opponent. 7 versus 8. Battle of the H-pawns. Okay, this guy's ready to roll. He is secure. Staring at a rock right now, but it will be maybe undermined at some stage. Let's see. Oh, he's opting for b5. Lining that up. Trying to chip away over the d5 square. Undermine the d5 square. Okay. What do we do here? He's going to try and open it up the b file. It's going to feel some heat. No, it's not really a problem, though. This bishop is awesome. Master, defender, and attacker. Are we ever going to have f5? Oh! Bishop g3. Rook is dead. Light squares could maybe be a problem for black. To be a bit careful. That was the better bishop just given up for the exchange. So now he wants the knight here. He's in a pickle. White is on the defensive. What points are there to even attack? The rook was hit. G4 is the break. Wants that the king. G5 and then this? He's going after the king. The knight has to go in the corner to defend. The rook returns. Okay. More pressure against G3. A pinned pawn. Hit it. Taking the bishop. Oh, deadly, deadly, deadly. That was a fork. Simplification ensuing. Queens off, rooks off. In the end, it would be dark square bishop and knight versus a bishop. White resigns. Okay. Where are we at? 38 in first, the boss. 44. Lion Ted. Next opponent. There are a lot of spectators here. You guys seeing that in the stream? Yeah, you're seeing that on the site here. Nearly 1,300 spectators showing. Okay. It's giving up that pawn. Why? He really wants that G file? Maybe he really wants this square. Okay. It's closed, so we'll have some maneuvering. Black can be sensitive on the light squares. White is trying to demonstrate that. Pressure against E6. Maybe here, maybe there. Take the knight, take the pawn, or inch up like this. Is there a faster approach? I'm not seeing a faster approach. So he's going to baby step it, and this will hit hard. Hit with tempo. B4, C5. Pressure against the knight. You don't want to drop the knight like you did in that one game. Here we go. You can't do this. That's a nice move, preventing this one key pawn break, B4. White insisting on it. Oh, no, he wants the A pawn. Totally missed that. So now if you can get back here to defend some, and now... Do you do this right away, actually? Because the knight could jump in. And now these guys... one of them was going to be passed soon, no? You have to live with that knight? You have to defend F2 first. Now you're ready to take here twice. You couldn't do that because of the pressure against the knight. Nice. Do that first, because if pawn takes, then you take the rook, then you take here. Want some simplification? Just won the exchange. Trying to catch my breath here. And, yeah, he's landing forks in the meantime. Okay, this one's a goner. This one is definitely a goner. Oh, not the type of role you want for that bishop to defend a silly passed pawn, but you have to. There's nothing to do. There will be 2 passed rook pawns soon enough. Black resigns. Okay, 301 are entered. 42 is where he is at. ChessBra's next opponent. Getting hit with G5. Okay. Not their first time playing under these 2 accounts. They've played other games. I think DrNykterstein account versus ChessBra's has more games. Anyhow. Ooh, that's a big... That was not intended. Was that maybe a mouse slip? No, I mean, this was hit twice no matter what. So, oh, he's dropping a knight now. Ooh. But the queen is hit, and now G2 did he leave that out for bait? Okay, interesting imbalance. 3 minor pieces versus the queen. This is good for white. Black doesn't have an attack against the king, and I feel that an attack will be nearby against the black king for sure. Dark squares, knight on the rim. Yeah, the white pieces are intersecting really well. Bishops on adjacent diagonals, trying to neutralize one with E5. Picks up a pawn, but still a lot of pressure. I think black wants 1 rook off. Can we get that? There is a bishop check. Yeah, that was a serious threat, actually. Yeah, now he has a square for the king, at least. He's ready to run. He's in the tank. 22, 21, 20. He lost... Oh, also that square. Watch out for back ranks. The bishop is there defending C1 in some lines. The bishop is being harassed. 17 seconds. Bishop under fire. You could go back here to defend. Is there something better? No, he's giving that up. He's going to take here. 2 minor pieces versus 2 rooks. Yeah, check. You got to watch you don't get mated. It's really close to mate. There might be a perpetual. No, yeah, there would have been a perpetual, I think, if you didn't take the knight. Under 5 seconds to 12. Continue to run. Push. He's going to try and stop the king from getting here. Oh, the rook was hanging. There's no time to take it. Point one, no time. Wow, what a wild game. Got the W, the doctor. And with that, he is, I was going to say tied for first. There's no ties. 43 46s. All with fire. Wow. Still an hour 20 to go. That was a wild game. I love seeing those games. The imbalances, 3 minor pieces versus the queen. It looked so nice. The black pawns got rolling some in that one. Just in the nick of time, it seemed. Just to grant the king a square, timely d5. Or e4, excuse me. Anyhow, what's going on in this game? It's wild as usual. Queen here can be met with bishop g3. I like white here, especially if it simplifies. The white king is a better contributor in this ending, and also this space advantage is felt some. Or excuse me, I'm forgetting the material. I may have to take that assessment back. Watch out for this. Black is up a pawn. Pressure against f6. What's the story with that move? Okay. Get back out of the pin here. Check and oh, he's gonna get mated. Right, if you went here, there would have been a check, and then you'd have to give up the rook. Wow. Does he have 9 lives or what? Oh my god! He's just got mated. That was a mated too. Look at that. Chop. You have to take. Wow, you just when you think, oh man. Yeah, my king is gonna get mated. No. My king is a fighting piece. Oh man, I love that. It happens every time. There's always that one game at least that sticks out. You just think, wow, that was awesome. That was one of those games. Oh man. I just kept thinking, oh man, Carlsen's king is short on squares. No. Checkmate. What a reversal. Okay. What's going on here? It's a problem here. King here. I don't think black would be able to castle, so the queens need to be exchanged. Bishop here would be met with this. Throwing black in a pin. That game was awesome. White is better here. Up a pawn. Problem on h6. He's defensive. He's defensive here. Can he get this pawn? The knight's gonna get involved. Is there a trick nearby? There may be some tricks. Watch out for that knight. Bishop pair. It's down a pawn, but is he gonna get a pawn? It seems like he's going to get a pawn. Harass that knight. Opposite color bishops. No, he doesn't want an opposite color bishop position. He's getting that pawn. He does have a pass to work with. Control the knight. He's up on the clock as well. Sneaky. Bishop takes, knight check, and then checkmate. Careful, careful, careful. Very nice move right there. That knight is so dangerous on this square. Okay. Tricky knight, tricky knight. Oh, he's winning a piece. He's winning a rook. He's going to win the game. Wow. Very nice. Very difficult to do anything here. White is going to have a very easy time pre-moving this one out. Okay, finally resigns. The doctor goes down in a very quick pairing against the boss. Okay. More g4 action. The number 3 versus 4. White just won a pawn there. Yeah. It's not so quick to castle in these games. I want to do something with that rook in many lines. You're defending this. Put the knight here. Ah, the king could do that, he says. Yeah, no, this is something here. Not their first time playing. Had a few games in the last arena. Tripled pawns. Still pressure against the white king. Knight. How good of a defender is the knight? We're going to find out. Wants a queen exchange. This knight is gluing everything together. How does this happen? Even on the clock. Push. You want to go 1 or 2? 1. Otherwise the bishop may have tracked it down. Yeah. Black is better here, I think, yeah. This pawn is passed. We have some passed pawns for each. I think rook here is a nice move. But then this, and then trying to advance. These guys are flying, man. Knight is tricky. 1 passed pawn versus 4. Wants a rook exchange. No exchange is allowed. Oh, it dropped a pawn. You can drop another one. It's falling apart. A little bit. Another pawn is going to fall. Ooh. Okay. Watch out for mates. Check, another check, another check. There goes the rook. I don't know. Sub games. It just leaves me speechless. They go so fast. I don't know. Those pawns were falling one by one. Okay, Cranty. Next opponent. Carlsen is in third. Sticking with the G4 stuff. Can take here. That's an unprotected piece. He doesn't mind. He says, I'll build a big center while you grab a flank pawn. I'll show you. There's a check if you want a queen exchange. Gonna have that? Yes. Queens are gone. Bishop was hit. Not quite a fork. Oh, the knight could jump into d3. Not like in that Jagalco game, though, where the knight was trapped. He wants to keep material on. So the entry points are covered. That knight a boot. Did he really mean to do that? Oh yeah, maybe he did. He's lining up to break down this structure. I thought it might have been a mouse slip and he meant to go here. Nope. Okay, white is up a pawn. Black has the bishop pair. A little bit of space. And what? True bishop pair. These points are in trouble. Doesn't want to take here so easily and give this knight a good square. This is under fire. What are you doing about that? Might have to take and push. You can't go here. You'd end up in a pin. The king's going to have to run. This rook is very active. Pressure now on f2. The knight is defensive. The knight is frozen. Rook is active now. Ooh, close to mate? Not quite. Close to even a fork. Yeah, this is winning for white. I don't think there's a problem for the king. Bishop's ready to sack itself for the pawn. The rook is ready to take the bishop and then promote. White is promoting. There is no attack against the king. 10 seconds to 10. Yeah, black knows this is big trouble. No counterplay against the king. He resigns. Okay. The doctor goes down. The doctor remains in third, paired up against number 4, Chessbras. E4 and what? Are we going to have G5 in this game? No. The French defense. Exchange. Taking with the G pawn. Some imbalance here. Big imbalance. Structure. King position. Maybe the bigger one. He's winning a pawn, but there is a big square for white to work with. Don't move, knight. It would be mate. The queen is there to defend. Bishop pair. You drop the rook. Now you get this rook. Queen is hit. Still looking for an attack against the king. Rook and pawn ending. Possibly, if we have mass exchanges. Queens are going to be off soon, I think. I don't know how this one's going to turn out. Okay, the pawns are exchanged. He's going for mate. There is a check. No perpetuals. He's in the tank. He could take the knight. Are all checks covered? Ooh, what's the story there? Oh, pawn takes. You take with Or you give a check here and you win the queen? Do you have to go for this first? Oh, the queens are off now. It's in a pin. Black will get this one. He knows it. Okay, resigns. Yeah, I missed that shot on h4 with the rook. Rook takes knight. Wow. Okay. Maybe only calculating, I guess, the bishop takes. That's what my eye was on, at least. Where are we at? 64-60. Not in a game yet. In a game now. Knight, king. Got him in their first game this tournament. Bortnik, number 2. Carlsen is in third. Are we going to get a move? 64-60, 54. Top 3. Still over an hour to go. The Slippery Penguin versus the Doctor we have yet to see. I imagine it is nearby. Don't drop the bishop. Okay, still going to look at this g5 square, maybe this square as well. The bishop goes in there. It's giving up a second pawn and clinging to the fact that the dark squares are weakened somewhat in black's camp. Is that enough compensation? It shouldn't be. But there are some squares to work with. G6, G5 and G6. This bishop is under control. Black in time will be prepping for this advance. So here, big pawn storm nearby. There is a check to control this square. There's some pressure. But where do you go from here? What's the follow-up? There's some squares to work with. Black has G4. Rook is hit. Rook is getting active. Oh, incoming. If queen takes, there would have been a capture here. Oh, you see what just happened there? White just won a piece. An in-betweener. Watch out for the in-betweeners. The queen just drops back real quick to defend. Doesn't even want to repair the structure. Yeah, if you take with the king, there would have been a push, and then the rook would have been really active. How do you activate this guy? Here, okay, here, there's a square now. Let's get rid of the knight. Take the knight, take here, and the pawns fall. Oh, deflection. King was overloaded for a second. Even on the clock, don't get into a rat race with the penguin. It's dangerous to do that. He just won another pawn, but it is never over. Can you do this? No, he wouldn't have been there in time in the king and pawn ending. Less than 5. Oh, was I just saying the penguin? I was just thinking for a second this was the penguin he was playing against. I was just talking about him not being paired with the penguin. This is Bortnik. Forgetting who his opponent is. It's not the penguin. You guys are saying it in the chat. This isn't the penguin. What's wrong with you? The knight king goes down. The penguin is in first. Knight king. The doctor's at 56. Top 3. Number 4, 5, and 6 have fire. Let's see. Still a couple wins away from getting to the top spot. Zavin Chessmood. Who's Knight King? It's Alexander Bortnik. Alright. More G4. Just does not care about the G-pawn. Pressure on the light squares immediately. It's a pawn grabber. Save the queen? Is she going to be trapped? Maybe trapped soon, no? Here and then here. Not too sneaky. Wow. Look at this. Excited. An excited queen. So now what? Exchange bishops? Look for mate? This is a really good defender. Oh, there goes the exchange. Get the rook back. Save the bishop. What's this knight doing? Remove a key defender of the king's side. This is excellent. And this guy here, good defender and attacker. This guy's out of the ballgame though. Pressure on f6. Knight is not contributing. And is a goner. Could take here and then take here with check. It's a goner. Might have a resigner. Look at the clocks. Ooh. That might have been the very last thing Zavin did before he hit resigns. Just looked at the clock and thought, wow. Time to resign. Okay, 64, 60, 60 with fire. One more win here and first place. We're going to find out. Chess Weeb. Second time they are playing. H6, G5. Not too much variety. Just flipping a coin on which one of these two to play on move 1. Okay. Fluid structure. Bishop pair for black. So fast. Gonna go queenside. Queen here and then queenside castle. Yes. This pawn maybe can be taken in some lines. Knight on c4. This is excellent for black. Knight is awesome. More pressure is going to mount here. Watch out for some tricks. Bishop may get squeezed as well. Is there going to be an accident happening? There might be an accident nearby. There it is. Right where the pieces are intersecting. Bishop takes. Oh, look at these tactics. The bishops are flying everywhere. Doesn't even want the rook. He says, my bishop is amazing. Who cares about your rook on d1? Let's keep these guys around. Black is down a rook, though. Maybe he should have cared. Okay. He's down a piece now. Oh, knight takes, gets mated. He's winning. Or is he? Or is he? He doesn't have to take. Just moves the rook. The tactic is still there. Now you could take, though. Now you could take. The king has a square after h3. Was that really calculated? Unreal. Unreal. No way. That's awesome. He saw that he could do that because the rook f3 threatening the queen and the mate. Oh, man. All right, queen versus knight and rook and a time edge. Time edge for black. No sneaky forks. Okay. No time, though. Nope. Not happening. Plenty of time. Okay. No time for Chess Weeb. And with that win, an hour 3 to go, the doctor is finally in first. The penguin has had a rough patch. Last 3 goose eggs. Okay, number 1. Still an hour 2 to go. Can he hang on to that? We're going to see. Strong piece. Challenged multiple times. White needs to hang on to it. Did he play? No. Okay, he had a similar position earlier. This, trying for this kind of advance. I forget who that was against. Who is better exactly? I kind of like black here, actually. I don't know. Is there really going to be an attack against the black king? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Bishop here is a killer. I just thought to myself, this looks really good, but this is hitting really fast. Oh man. You see, oh, beautiful. Check. Queen is dead next. Look at that. That's picturesque. Okay, the slippery one. This is the penguin this time. This is the penguin. Penguin does not even want to see this g4 stuff. Okay. White can be happy about the bad for good bishop exchange. Where's the king gonna go? Same side's castles? Looks to be a good idea. Now that this move is in there, there's some weaknesses on the king's side. Super solid knight. Well-positioned pieces, just getting out of the pin. The king is in the corner, wants some exchanges. There's a new square to work with if white wants it. Okay. Some exchanges. I think white would love to have all minor pieces exchanged, but this guy is still around, so it will remain tricky. Okay, some control. Space. Doesn't want to see this either. Knight on c4, so both sides have good knights. This is a deficient pawn. Well, It's an isolated pawn. I don't know if it's deficient. Pressure here. Can't go too far. The rook is really well placed. Oh, there's a trick that was missed. Taking advantage of the pin. Piece falls. Penguin throws in the towel. Normally, this is a really good position for the rook in most cases. Good defender and attacker, but tactically was not there. 72 with fire. 66-64 is where we stand. An hour to go. Cranty next opponent. Okay. Oh, a little bit more tame here. No G-pawn advance. Advance. So we have, I don't know, advanced Dutch, bird opening. How do you want to call it? What do you want to call it? Watch out for F5. F5 nearby wants an exchange. We're going to get an exchange of queens. Going to be a target on the... Is this an idea? No, it's locked up. What would be the issue with that? Kind of liked that move. Okay, white has a really active king. It's going to have a really active king. Would like some exchanges. Exchange both rooks. Rook takes is met with c3, taking advantage of the pin. And the other problem is that the bishop is simply going to be won, so he has to go for this sequence. If you take with the pawn, you get mated. So he is going to get this pawn back and break up the pawn duo. White is up a piece for a pawn, wants more exchanges. Bishop will find a good home. F4 is it. Get behind the pawn. Oh, that was the idea, to pick up the H-pawn. Okay, track this guy down. Number one priority. Could try for this, taking advantage of a pin. Oh, he's going all in with the two rooks. There is no doubling up. D2 is defended. There is a mate threat. King does have a square now, though. We've seen this before. Black ends up getting mated in that game. Mate! In this game, too. Watch out for this sneaky king. He's going after your king when he moves forward. Cranty goes down. Was that the game against Cranty? No. Different game. Ali Reza. He's in 7th place. What opening is he going to play against Ali Reza? He's sticking with G5. Firouzja is the opponent. And what's going on with the queen? He's just happy to win a pawn and go back home. These knights are really well placed. Grab the bishop pair. Bishop may get shut down eventually with this construction. The knights are doing what exactly? They're dancing. Doesn't want to see knight c5. Queen out here. Give the knight a kick. Wants to take in a different scenario. Maybe trap the bishop. Can we go for something like this? No, he's doing that straight away because a couple takes here, and then in the end there's a fork on f2. Rook is going to go down. You're going to take it right away after a bishop move. Probably this first. No, that. Then there's maybe that. Just take straight away. Oh, nice move. Bishop was hitting the queen. Now there's some light square issue. Possibly. He's going to get the exchange back. King goes in the corner. There's tension between the queens. Queen takes, rook takes. Oh no, queen takes. You take the knight with check. He's going to be up a full piece in the end. Ah, that's why he just resigned. Queen takes. Take with check and only then recapture. He's up a piece. Okay. Piece at least. Okay, Doctor against BMW Hero. Remains in first. Under an hour. Wants that bishop. Secure now with f6. Trying to break down the center. g5 again. This is secure. Big center here for black. Wants to, yeah, so big he needed to break it up. And in the end, is he going to get the piece back? It seems like it. He's getting the knight. Okay. Likes that square for the knight. King should be really cozy on g2. Do you even castle or do you just kind of go like that? Exchange dark? Well, he is going to castle. And the queen's going to go on a rampage. Maybe this at some stage. Yeah, this is really nice. A nice shelter for the white king. This construction right here, you cannot Really cannot say enough about the bishop. Master defender. He's doing everything. But can you win this? Yes, you could win this. This pawn. Once it falls, this falls. 4 pawns, 3 pawns and a bishop. We're going to have this again. Oh, what's with this? This is the second time this king is just running. Watch out, king. You don't know. You're getting in some trouble, maybe. You might be asking for some trouble. This king is dangerous. Oh, I think he meant to go here. Wow. Or not. No. There, because he has this block. Sometimes I think it's a mouse slip, but no, I don't think it was a mouse slip this time. Okay. 84, 70, 70, 66. A 14-point edge. Approaching 3,100. 55 to go. Knight King again. They have split games. Getting hit with C5 and H6. Odd. Okay. Careful now. White will try to, I think, remove this strong piece. But it's not without its issues. Okay. Black, I guess, is weighing that this pawn is going to be... it's better to hang on to this pawn. And I don't think white is able to get in e4, so now this seems excellent for black. I don't know how you ever get rid of a piece here. White's going to try for that, but again, I don't know how you do that. He's going to be glued in there. Queen on f5. Queen would love to be right here. Move the knight, get at h4, get at h2. I think that would be the plan. Might have to take with the pawn. A knight here would be too strong. Okay, queen's going to go into Pac-Man. Keep it locked down. Super cozy over here. No great sacrifices to get at the king. Yes, this is... I would be very surprised to see anything but a W here for black. King is going to do whatever it wants. Got a passer, you can put pressure here, trade rooks, win another pawn. Big control, no good pawn breaks for black. Passer. What do you do? Here, grab a pawn. Check and then win the pawn. A lot of ways to do it. He's going to run with the A pawn. No counterplay. Still playing on. In a pin, in a pickle. 12 seconds to 14. A piece falls. No stopping this guy. He's going to play on, I guess, right to the very end. Hoping for stalemate at this stage. And finally, no more checks against the king. Where's the mate? There it is. Okay. 88 with fire. 72, 72, 68. 68. Top 5. Get some cash. Ali Reza. G4 versus A5. Already a unique position, I imagine. Okay, bishop out, and then e3, exchange bishops, and then e3, no e3, doesn't want to see a3 by black. Black has a good square on c4, is going for it right now. Knight needs to defend. Give the knight a kick, and then hop into this square. Pressure on f6, can you take with check and then go here? Maybe, okay, I guess so. Queen g5 is there. He's getting kicked, though, and the knight is falling, but he's breaking in the center. Down a piece, white, but black king may experience some problems. You can't take the bishop. Now you're forcing something to happen here. You have to move the bishop, but then there's a capture, and then here. Oh, so you have to give the piece back. 29 to 33. Pins. Watch out for the pins. Exchange queens, win a pawn in the end. White is up a pawn. Okay. Can't take because of the pin on the 4th rank. Going after this guy. As soon as the B pawn falls, this guy flies. Any tricks here? Watch out. There are a couple checks. He's out of the pin. This can be secure with the rook on C1. Maybe even rook here or that. That seems nice as well. Defend here? Oh, he's going to liquidate. He's going to win some material. Yep. Black resigns. Rook moves. You lose the knight. Winning the exchange, at least. Okay, 92. 74, 72. Big edge. Big lead. Tournament here. Nearly 20 points. Let's see. Knight King again. Game number 4 between these two in this tournament. This is their current match score, 2-1. Okay. We've been here before. And once more, a big piece emerges on E4. How to challenge this guy. Also a new square here. Didn't he go for this idea against the penguin in their game? Maybe. Or was that Knight King? I'm still confused about that. Okay. Space. Oh, this bishop is a monster. I thought maybe even playing there would have been cool. How to defend here? Queen up, and then you give the queen a kick, and if takes, then there's a skewer. There's a problem on this square. That's why it's not defended. Yeah. B5 would have hurt. Queen is hit. Bishop versus knight. This knight's very active. Wants to hang on to this pawn, though. Rook takes is met with a fork. A check. It's pushing through. Exchange rooks and then push. Now it's crystal clear. It'll be that much more simplified. Exchange rooks. Soon it'll be a rook and bishop versus a knight. Okay, 96. He is flying. 96, a 20-point edge over penguin. Cranty, next opponent. Okay. What's this maneuver? F6 on move 1? Don't try these maneuvers at home. I think this is a really good setup, though, for white. At this stage, yeah. I think this is fine. The bishop is captured out just before the knight could be a pest and angle into this d5 square. So knight would be good. White is saying the bishop is going to be good, too. There's a fork on h3. Doesn't want that fork? Wasn't there a fork there? Okay. Trade the dark square bishops. Now just get the rook here, he says. Pushing with the pawn. Can't take with this guy. I don't know if that you would even want to do that, though. Even if it was, you want to keep this past a pawn. Queen close to trapped. Exchange queens or get this pawn. Gets the pawn. No time for this. If you push, it's going to get hunted. May want to do that first, yeah. So that this is available, and then maybe push here. No, I don't think the timing is there. The timing might be there now. Is he calculating it? Push, and then here, and then here. The pawn obstructs the bishop from seeing here. Nice. He weasels in. Can he push right now? Because after takes, then there's this, and you can't defend this. So he takes on this square first. Oh, that was such a cool sequence. It's such a hard time keeping up with that. Oh, man. Okay, the game's not even over. I blinked. I laughed, and then I forgot what even happened over here with the a-pawn. Hopefully you saw it, because I missed it. Okay. King's getting active. We've seen this before. Setting up here, here, and then mate. Oh, the rook is dead. No gas in the tank either. 1.4. Okay, got another W. Wow. Okay, 180.76 is where we are at. 46 minutes to go on the nose. Lion Ted, next opponent. All right, game 2 between these two. Let us see Okay. Not quite there for winning a pawn on d4. Winning the knight, and then winning this pawn. So he took out a key defender of this square, and he's getting a little bit more. He's up the exchange. Doesn't want to see bishop here and then queen here. So some control over the dark squares, some control over the knight. Give the bishop a kick, get these passers running. Okay, centralize first. Do something, rook. How do we improve? You know, the rook returns. You'd like to get this stuff in. Is there time for that? There should be time for that. Looks really passive, but... Oh, that wasn't intended, I don't think. Now it is balanced. Both sides have a passed pawn. This is more dangerous, though. Okay, now there's triple pass pawns. Return the queen. Give up this pawn and work with these two. Drop the queen back. Defend against checks. Defend the h6 pawn. There is a queen. Exchange. And now this should be squeaky clean. Should be. Here we go. Push. And then here. Or excuse me. After rook takes pawn, it'll be a check and then here. And that'll do it. Here, here. Nothing against the king. This and this is nothing. Okay. Lion's head goes down. The doctor stays in first. Penguin still 20 back. Both with fire. And let's see. Chess Weeb. Again. Game 2. In this tourney. Queens are gone. Doesn't want to play with the e-pawn. Gonna play with the f-pawn? No. Eyeing up and attacking against the bishop. A little maneuver. Looking at d6 now. c5 as well. Is going to dive in. Pressure on the light squares is the plan. That's the big plan. Okay. Take away. Win the bishop if you want it. He's looking for something else. He's going after the bishop. Okay. Bishop pair. A lot of bishop pairs in this tournament. Pressure on the dark squares now. Unopposed bishop. I think that was a mouse slip, or was it? Maybe it wasn't. Oh no. Some space for white on the king side. Space and bishop pair. Pressure here. What's the knight doing? Is he going to try and win a pawn? Knight is under control. Looking at c4. Doesn't want c4. Knight's going to angle for this square. How do we get there? 1, 2... While I draw the arrows, there'll be 7 different exchanges. The knight can't move. There'll be a check. That rook would be too invasive. Rook is out of control. More breaks nearby. Pawn is going to fall. Center pawn falls. Up on the clock as well. Check. There is no knight block. The knight. What are you doing? He's having a tough time. There isn't much to do, and yeah, no counterplay. Down 2 pawns, bishop pair. He's had enough, man. He has had enough. Okay, 108, 92, 76, 76. Okay, 41 to go. 317 in here. Boss next opponent. The boss... What's the story with the boss? He's getting good positions against the doctor, and then it kind of goes downhill. And he was up 3 pawns the last game, and then they all fell one by one. You could do it, man. You could do it. Get this W. Okay. Another bishop pair game. He's going to go after this guy. Ah, very nice. Let us see. White is up a pawn. It's not the healthiest of pawns, though. It gets a bit simplified. Oh, he could really do that? I guess he can. He's going to get the rook. It's a little scary. You want some exchanges, possibly? How do you rescue this guy? Here and then here? How are you defending that? Rook here. There is no deflection because the bishop is defending. Important note. Otherwise, this trick is maybe there. No, the king could even step up in that variation. It's going after the weak point. How do you rescue the bishop? This is how you rescue the bishop. A4. Break down this structure. Okay, maybe a check. No. The bishop is there. A check here. Counter punch. No, counter punch. There's a bishop check. Oh, there we go. No, the king takes rook. King takes rook. He's pushing through. Unbelievable. The end of all that. That a-pawn. He wasn't there to just break down the structure. He wanted a one-day queen. Lion Ted again. Okay. More of the same. Light square pressure is the plan. And now. Okay, in other games we've seen that this knight was kept out of the g5 square, not here, so he dives right in, grabs the light square bishop, might return on... We've seen this idea before. You know, I know these are bullet games, but there's still stuff we can take away from these games, I tell you. You see these little patterns. You know, time and time again, this coordinated pressure first on d5 and then a relocation the bishop. Okay, what is going on here? This is not good for white. He's just trying something sneaky. He's going to resign next. No, he's not. He's going to play on to the very end. While I was talking about these games being instructional, his queen fell and something bad was happening around here. Okay, white's going to go down. Ted is going to get this one. Yeah, there's a serious problem. Mate in 1 or 2. Okay, Ted got him. First one in a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many games is that? A lot of games. 22 through 37. That's a lot of games in a row. Pragnananda. Okay, let us see. Oh, man. This knight will be kicked whenever black wants. Where will it go? No, he's not going to play with g4. Okay, he's taking out the knight. Dark square strategy. It's the same idea, just reflected a little bit. Just from the other side is all. Ready to go queenside? Queenside castles would be met with queen a7, so exchanges the queens instead. Inserts bishop takes knight. Wants to play with this imbalance, which is excellent for black. Okay, if white could get these 2 moves in, it would be great. Cannot allow that. So the knight will angle for this square as well. He's got a couple good squares. Now that this is damaged over here, the knight will never be removed from c5, and this will be a problem somehow. It's just going to be a problem. It's how it is. It's going to be a problem. Is it already a problem? I think it's already a problem. This is going to fall. Check. There we go. Pac-Man mode. The knight is a hungry piece. He'll be rescued. He's trying to hunt him. He's going to be rescued. That's one way out. You can win the king and pawn ending even if in the end you drop this pawn. Looking for something more? Oh, actually if he pushed, I guess the bishop could have captured straight away. Okay. What do we have? 3 pawns versus the bishop. They're all passed. Game over. Can't stop them both. Push this one, or king there, and then push. Yeah, there's no stopping both of them. Eventually this guy will be tied. There's a couple ways to do it. This is the cleanest, it seems. Okay. Pride goes down. 114. Whoa! Penguin. Only 14 back. He has fire. 36 to go. Okay. Does he have any Berserk games in there? I'll have to look, see if we see any 3s and 5s. That would be impressive. Okay, something a little bit normal. Okay. Queen's off. Play with this or not? Yes, g5, get the king involved. Ah, he's allowing the rook to come to life. Yeah, this is good to have this pawn all the way up here, because now this bishop's eyes are opened. He one day has dreams of grabbing that pawn. Also the rook does. So, bishop takes, and no counterplay. Yeah, there's no avoiding a rook move with check next and a pawn pushing through. Throws the towel in. Okay, 116 to 100. We're going to get that pairing? No. 3s and 5s? I see a few 3s and 5s early on in that game. More G5, H6 stuff. Okay, seeing the pattern here? The pattern is put pressure on the dark squares and in some cases win a pawn outright. That's what we have in this game. And big squares here on E5 and D4. This is basically a home. And the bishop will stay there. The knight may angle into that square. He doesn't mind losing this pawn because the knight is kicked from a strong post. Well, the king is running a bit. This is winning, I think. This pawn falls, and we're going to have an enormous knight like we did against the in the Prague game. Knight takes here. Yeah, knight takes this, and then no rush, I guess Black is saying. There's no rush with grabbing that pawn. Rook is hit. Where do you go? Oh, the rook is hit out of this little tactic. Take here would be met with rook takes knight, so the knight is out of the line of fire, hits the rook, and next he's either going to win the rook or the bishop. He's winning a piece in the end. Lone Rider. Okay, their second game. First game was a 2-1. What was that? 2-1. Oh, that might have been a 960 game. That was the time control for that event, wasn't it? I think so. I think so. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, is this knight trapped? Try to get it. He needs to get it. Soon. He's going to get it. May not be easy. Bishop here. Hit the rook. I think bishop there, hitting the rook. Anyhow. Where do we stand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even on the pawns. Get greedy. Okay. Probably want to keep the knight around right here. Not right now. There is a pin, but this guy's passed. These two are passed, so keeping a knight around to blockade is probably important. How does this knight get rescued? Yeah. Could take this pawn? There's a check here. Oh, check, and then here, and you win the rook. Oh, I love that knight. He's amazing sometimes. He was amazing in that game. 32 minutes to go. 124, 108, 85. Chess weave again. Let's see. Their last game, I believe, was... yeah, bishop pair. He was up a couple pawns. Or chess weave was down a couple pawns fighting against the bishop pair. Rook's on board. What's going on here? Marvelous square for the knight. The king may bolt. This is cozy. This is a cozy home right here. He's got some light squares to work with. Maybe the queen wants to come over here. Seems active. You can't castle. Watch out for this. Move order's kind of important. Okay, this is a passer. I don't know how far you want to go with this. Who has the safer king? Okay. Queen gonna come back? It's a good move, I think. Bishop returns. Oh, there's a passer over here. Each side with a passed rook pawn. This queen is not yet contributing. Important detail. Otherwise, this king position could be a problem. Both queens are very active now. I think black would not mind seeing a queen exchange, because then this pawn will fly, and he is welcome to that and has forced the queen exchange. No, I forget that. I forgot the queen had this square. Is he forcing it now? He's forcing it now. No, rook g8. What's going on there? Wow, what a sequence by Chessweeb. Whoa. May have to go for perpetual? Is this just too strong? Is there a way to sack the rook for 2 pawns? I don't know that there is a way to sack the rook for both pawns. No, a draw on board. What a cool sequence. A nice move. Rook g8. Very nice. Okay, Terry R2, 11th. Not their first time playing. Terry R2, this is game 5. And now. Big square here for black to work with on f4. Can we get this exchange and put a knight in here? Nope. Imbalance is just created. 4 versus 3 on the queen side for black. Problem here on b7. Let's get rid of this pawn. Oof. Get it back. Rook is hit. Check. Oh, I think he missed that the bishop was there. Yeah, I think he missed that. I think he did. Because these bishops should be able to find homes. White will try to question the bishop with a4. I think he missed that the bishop was there. This should be winning for black. The bishops have great outposts, yeah, and now white is going to have to walk into a discovered check. Rook will fall. Terry R2 takes down the doctor. And, oh, I just realized the doctor went under 3,100 with that loss. So he was 31 plus. Under 30 to go. Boss, again. Get him, boss. Do it. Get that W. 4.5 half. The current score. Let's see. This is a weakness, so this could hurt in some cases. It's up a pawn. This queen could be a strong piece. Is it enough compensation? He's winning a second pawn, and he's getting out of that with check. Important details, otherwise mate on b2. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's up 2 pawns. Getting a pawn back? Check. King is back. Rooks are very active. He's going to get a pawn back. He may be getting a pawn back. Rook here. The black rooks are much more active. Well, the pawn could advance. Consolidate. He's looking for this. Rook versus rook position. Technical. Gonna try and clamp down? No, there'd be a check. And maybe that pawn gets hunted. He's down 2 pawns, but he has a very active rook. Keeping pressure here and here. Boxing out the king as well. Doesn't want the king slipping in. He's got a passer. 1 pawn restricting 2. Feels like even material at this stage. Maybe swipes this pawn. He's a runner. He's still running. He could... No, he can't take that. This is a win for black. No, it's a draw. He's there just in time. Wow. Yeah, he is definitely fast enough to pull this one off. For a draw. Draw next. Yes. Stalemate on board. Okay. Got a half point there. Where are we at? 127, 110. 27 to go. On the nose. Let us see. What to do. Knight's going to maneuver into this square. Bishop on f3. Definitely needs to play with this. Need to challenge white's strong piece. If you don't do that, you're asking for trouble. Okay. Take with the bishop or the pawn? The pawn. The rook wants to play. The bishop is a strong piece. Notice he snuck in there before he was maybe shut out with this advance. It's giving up some material. King's going to try to hide over here. Bishop backs up. Can it be a reliable defender? This? Oh, the light squares. Or the dark squares, excuse me. It's going after c5. The big thorn in black's side is this b6 pawn. Okay, dark square weaknesses. The king... White knows this pawn is just going to fall, so let's just Let it fall and run with this guy. Oh, the queen's trapped. Oh, backward moves. Killers. Take the rook? King here? No, it doesn't want that. He's going to try to get over here. No, he's going to take, maybe check, and then here. This is not over. This is not over. The queen is gone. Okay, he's down a rook, though. Light square, opposite color bishops. Trying something sneaky, maybe. Don't go to a light square. Okay. He's attacking the rook. 3.9. Wow. He's just going to take. 2.4. Where are the time burners? No time for the doctor. Zeros. 6 zeros. He goes down. 127, 112. Under 25 to go. Let's see. Load. No idea. Alright, let us see. They have played a bunch. Alrighty. Ready to go queenside, it seems. Keep the knight out of here. Connecting knights soon. This square. Knight here and then a push. Okay, tucks in the king. Gotta get rid of that knight. No. He says, I'll work around it. I don't want to give this knight a big square. And the bishop. Giving up a minor piece for two big kingside pawns. Queen here would drop the knight. Knight here, queen here. Queen here. Then the knight has to go, and then the knight would fall. Blunder. The king will run. You could take the knight and then run, no? Ooh. Huh. What am I missing there? I thought you could actually just take the knight. And then prepare to run here and have this as a reliable home. Okay, maybe I missed something. Strong possibility. Okay. He's playing down a piece. Very active queen. G-file could be opened up at any moment. Wants to take with check. Why is not allowing that? Black's keeping this diagonal open. Is he ready to go now? He's ready to take. King has to get off of the G-file. It's just not safe. That's a check. Defends here as well. He's defending here. Important detail. Now he takes. Has to open it up. There's maybe a check. Okay, two rooks versus the queen, but no time. Where's the time? Watch out for mates. Oh, is he going to get mated? The king is running for his life. Run. More checks. No gas in the tank for the IM, who is most likely GM strength. Lion Ted, next opponent. Wow, a slippery king. Okay. I could win a pawn, right? Chop here, confuse everybody who's not super familiar with the game. What just happened there? Okay, he's going to insert a check, jump in here. He wants the bishop pair. Give me the dark squares, says Lion Ted. Okay. Is he cut off? Is he cut off? Ah, bishop takes, you take the queen and then take here. Sneaky town. Sneaky. Okay. D-pawn continues to roll. The knight would love that square. Okay, queen exchange now, and in the end, you swipe the c-pawn. The knight jumps in anyway. Take the bishop. Forkaroni on e7. Bishop is hit as well. White is going to win some material. Is that the case? No, knight takes, you take the rook and then take the bishop. He gets the piece back. Bishop is still under fire. And a gunner. Where do you go with the knight? Still has some problems. Oh, fiend kiddoed knight. That's a problem. Up 2 pawns. And more active pieces. Lion Ted resigns. 131, 115. The penguin is still kind of sticking around there. The boss is back in the ring, looking for that first W. Is this the moment? He's got a couple draws. Let's go. Okay. You have to go here instead of here. Otherwise, these checks with the open file. Okay, this has to be good for the boss. Let's see. White has a majority on the queen side. He's giving up the exchange. He wants this square. He will get that. He's also, black is getting a queen exchange. Bishop pair. Bishop pair, or you're gonna get something here. Do you even take that pawn? You take the knight first, and then take here, but you're in a pin. Black is gonna win this. Black is gonna win this. Yep, white resigns. There's no getting out of that pin. It will simplify more. Okay, penguin. Here we go. Penguin is back in the ring. Last game, what was it? Penguin was fighting against an isolated pawn and made a rook move and regretted it soon. Dropped a knight. Okay, where do we stand here? White is up a pawn and is better. Oh, these dark squares look really good. These dark squares look really good. He's going for them. Knight here. Dark square problems for Team Black. Okay, does get a pawn. Does have a knight. That's what he's really clinging to in this position. A strong knight on d5. Really strong knight. Dropping back to defend. Push, not pushing. He's not taking here either. Trying to get to this square. Okay, the white king position is compromised now with this move. Scary for both kings. This knight is not a good piece. Okay, opposite color bishops. This pawn is hanging with check, defense, and a punch. A2 is under fire. Tension between the rooks. Opposite color bishop bending nearby? Maybe. But penguin is down on time. Queen exchange? I gotta take here twice. Think. Queen is under fire. Queen exchange. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna... I give this one to penguin. I think penguin's gonna win this one. Or no, maybe not. I forgot that these two are basically runners. Is he gonna get that guy? Check. He can be stopped as soon as he moves. Continues to run. No. Okay, yeah, these guys are running fast. I wasn't seeing it that these were two connected pawns. Yeah, it's going to be mate. Wow. Nice bishop mate there. I thought it was going to get into one of those mouse races. I didn't see these guys generating threats. But they were definitely generating threats. Mate on board. Okay, 133, 117, 92. Playing against the number 45 guy. Okay. Pressure on d4 with a pawn. Once more, we enter this structure. Strong knights in the center. Maybe there, maybe here, maybe hide the king here, or keep the options open. Pressure against c4. c4 will fall, c4 will fall. c4 falls now. White says, you take me, help my rook. Hitting the bishop. Twice. He's got it if he wants it. He doesn't want it. Wants a queen exchange? Was I missing there? Wasn't there bishop takes knight there for a second? It's just going so fast. So fast. I want to go back. Was that around move 15? We'll see. Okay. Nice press. Timely. Otherwise, white gets that in. There's some activity, but the black king position is a really big deal. Two connected passers. These guys will fly. And continue to run. Rook trade is definitely welcome. Right behind. No, doesn't want that. Push and then here. Check first. Safeguard the king. Need some stability. And now we have this and then that. Or this. Ah, much better. One little detail, just make one little baby move and win the rook for a pawn. See that? Look at how easy. Watch out for mates. Check. Where are the checkmates? Get out of the way, king. I want this square. Mate on board. Okay, can I go back? Can I go back? Queen here. Can't you take this? I think you could. I think that was a hanging knight. Okay. 135, 120. 15 to go. I'm following him. He's just not in a game. 135, 120. Is he taking a timeout? Is he in pause mode? He's in pause. Oh, okay. I could breathe for a little bit. The penguin is still... There's only 15 to go. It's still not a runaway. He's having an excellent tournament. 2978 performance. What's Carlsen's? 3079. He's still not in a game. Okay. Let's go to this one while he's in pause mode. I don't think he is done. And what? Let's see how Firouzja does. Wonderful player. King approach. On F2. Undermine the knight. Pressure on the dark squares. Looking for this. Nice, slow, steady progress. Takes, you take here and then take the bishop. Nice little trick. Missed that detail. Maybe first King F2 and only then this idea. Okay, the knight is hitting a couple key points. Carlsen in a game? Okay, sorry Firouzja. We're gonna cut away. We gotta go to Carlsen. We'll maybe see what the result of that one is after this game. Terry R2. That wasn't a very quick, or that wasn't a very long timeout. That's an amazing knight. What more do you want this knight to do, really? Serious question. What more do you want this knight to do? Stops this guy from ever moving, defends this point, provides some security for the king, light square control. How does this get broken down? The rook is free to do something else. Oh, sneaky. Knight takes, there's a check. So fancy. Look at that sequence. Very nice. It's a passer. White is up a pawn. Gonna win some more. Probably win them all over here. Watch out for checks. Watch out for tricks. Watch out. Plenty of time as well. Offer rook exchange. We got this coming too. 2 pawns versus 0. 2 pawns and a knight, and plenty of time as well. Okay, Terry R2 resigns. Who won this one? Firouzja won this one. He's up a boatload of material. Okay, the doctor won that game 139 peacefully. Next opponent. Interested to see how this one goes. First time between Peacefully and DrNykterstein. This pawn has been promoted deep in White's camp. Will this king ever be safe if he goes in this direction now? Okay. May net the light square bishop. Doesn't want to take just yet. He says, you're not going anywhere. I don't want to help your knight. Okay. Is now the time? No. He's going to try and maintain the knight. Take with a pawn, take with a pawn. Knight has to go elsewhere. There's a check. Doesn't want it. Wants to stay trained on this point. New square for the knight. White is ready to develop. Useful move? Okay, the king. It's worthwhile to insert these 2 moves. Now the king is committed to the king's side. This pawn is nearby. Secure the bishop. Don't want to see this kind of stuff. Oh, what was I? Oh, bishop takes bishop, undermining the knight. Black is winning a piece. Rooks are not connected. Okay, Chess Bras again, who is in 12th. This is their 6th encounter. Still just under 11. Oh, he's getting the F7 King, F5 King F7 treatment. What's this about? What's happening here? Wow. All right. Sneaky. Well, it's even material, and I think black is better. Strong bishop, more active rooks, because I think this is a more relevant, why do I keep saying diagonal? More relevant file than this one. But white did well to challenge that strong bishop. So now these rooks do have some action. Oh, he just resigned. This is going to collapse. This falls, and then the rooks are really active. Wow. Okay, how did that game start? F5, King F7? Whoa. I see. See somebody in the Twitch chat saying, Dr. Savagestein. Oh, man. That's brutal, man. F5, King F7. I guess you could just do what you want if you're world champion. That's just how it goes. Like, look at this. Just absolutely no fear. I understand there's 3 minor pieces around that might kill me, but I'm going to move forward. I'll give checkmate to you like I did that one guy a little bit earlier. No fear. Okay, he has to give up the exchange now. Terry R2 is going to smack him around. Is this rook going to get activated? Let's see. The bishop doesn't want to go too far. Otherwise, the king mops up this pawn and this guy runs some. It's not so easy to get activated with this rook. This bishop's going to give the rook a hard time. Put the pawns on the dark. Oh, I think he may have missed his opportunity to sneak over here. The king is getting active. How do you break this down, though? Ah, this is how he's going to get activated. You have to try for... you have to go for this. Bishop here, there's a push. There's maybe a check or a captures in this. If this bishop falls, this king is going to get real hungry fast. Oh, there's no time either. Yeah, that's what made him resign right there. Well, it's the position and also a quick glance at the clocks there, I think. Okay, Carlsen goes down. 147, 124. What do we got? A few more games in here. I think we can call it. Yeah, it's 23 up. This one's over. Penguin is berserking. Penguin is in second. Look out, F5 is in there. Okay. Picks up the light square bishop. That sequence. Dives in. You can't take too much because you have a problem here. Queens are exchanged. Oh, he just won the exchange. Takes and then takes the knight. He's calculating it. It's there. You could take here, get the material back. Strong knight. Best piece for white. To watch out with these squares. There is a pin going on, so he's trying to undermine this square. Okay, careful. There is a check. There is this move as well. He's going to get this point. Now the king goes forward. It's a dangerous piece. He's doing this again in berserk mode. 9.2 to go. Ah, he's getting the rook. There is no block. The bishop is there. Gunner. Okay, the penguin goes down. He did berserk. 149, 124, 105, 103. It seems like a battle for third, fourth, and fifth. The lion Ted again. Carlsen just doesn't want to play against Lion Ted. What can I tell you? White resigned. Lion Ted with the W. I don't know what that's about. Oh, boy. Okay, let's see. Does he want to play against G3, G6? Yes, he... Oh, you know what? I think he berserked this game. I think that he wanted to berserk Lion Ted. And he accidentally resigned. Maybe that's what happened. That's my guess. Because this is the first time he berserked. I don't think that's a bad theory. Okay. Give the knight a kick and go in here. Challenge this knight and hope the light squares don't hurt you. Take with the queen. Watch out for mate. Okay. IG3, G6 is getting berserked. I think he wanted to berserk Lion Ted. Alright, let's see what happens here. Pressure against the knight. How do you defend? If you go here, this bishop's not too happy. Dark square problems. Queen here to here. How are you defending? This structure is excellent to neutralize the bishop. White just picked up a pawn. Probably trade queens and just a time burn, right? Doesn't want to see this stuff. Knight is hit. We have a perpetual? No perpetuals. Okay. King's gonna hide. Ah, nice. Knight takes and then this fall. Ooh, forget about it. That's a slick mate. I like that one. Knight controls these two. The queen's got the rest. Game over. Okay. The doctor goes down after that berserk game. 149, 124. Who are the other places? I don't know. Still 4 minutes to go. 2 more games, maybe 3. Another berserk game. What does that do? Cuts your time in half. If you win, you get an extra point. Okay, he's going to get the b-pawn back. This bishop, what is it really doing? For as long as this structure is maintained, is this guy a contributor? We don't know. And does this bishop ever really know where it wants to be? Here, here. Sometimes being here, you don't have that flight square. Being here, you're accessible to knight punches. So let's see. Queen exchange, more active rook, and a pawn falls, and the game. It's over. Pretty sure it's over. 2 clean pawns, maintains an active rook. Welcome to exchanges. For sure. More exchanges. Right here. Oh, there would be a check. Get a pawn back. 13 seconds. Get the rooks off. There's no getting the pawn back. The bishop controls those 2 key squares. And this should be easy to pre-move out. Here we go. He's a runner. Take the knight, take the pawn. Here we go. 6 seconds in berserk mode. Watch out for stalemates. It's the only chance. No stalemates. 1.8 left. Never enough. What was his rating? 2797. Went down. On a berserk. It's still a tight race for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I tell you. Yeah. For sure. Okay, yes, now we get it. He wanted to berserk Lion Ted. This is where we had the berserk. I guess he's a bit rusty with how to berserk. He forgot how to successfully berserk. Okay, he's dropping a knight. The square is covered twice, so he's going to at least pick off a kingside pawn and hold tight to this I was going to say bishop pair, but that's goner. Has a square for the king. Queen exchange nearby. He wants this pawn. Is he going to get it? Queen here. Offer queen exchange, defend the pawn. Yes. The rook is really active. These guys should fall soon. I don't know what kind of magic you work. Oh, maybe you could do it like that. He wants a passed h-pawn. He will get just that. This is going to collapse. He's passed. Continue to run? Could he have pushed there? And allowed a check? I don't know. Okay, 7 seconds. Try and work some magic. This pawn is defended. Yeah. I guess we're going to have this, and this pawn will fall soon. Okay. He goes down in berserk mode. 1 more game? A final game. Here we are. Here we is. Okay, 45 seconds to go in the tournament. We'll see what the final standings are after this one. A final Berserk game. Let us see. He is down a piece. No. He is up the exchange. He's got this guy around. Let's get the queens off. Even if I ruin my structure, I get activity. Mate threat. Careful. You could get the queens off. He's going for that. Pawn takes. Take here first. There we go. We could work with this guy. Now this guy goes. Check first. Back off, king. Before I take that pawn, you go backwards. Get the light square bishops off. Watch out for forks. Okay, watch out for forks. Okay, we got a check. Pawn is a runner. Check, a push. We got two. I was blind. For some reason, I didn't even see that there was an A pawn around. He's around. So is the B pawn, who is flying. It's glued in there. Get rid of the bishop. A lot of ways to do it. Push him home. And straight to check, mate, in a couple. There it is. Nothing left on the tournament clock. Final game. Final standings. What do we have? Here it is. The doctor takes it. Again. 152. 128. 115. 112. 109. Top 5. Walk away with some cash. That's the payout. Who else was in that front page? Boss. Chess Bras. Terry R2. Load. TGK 59. Top 10. Penguin had a really good run. Look at the performance ratings for the top 3. 3049, 2951, 2805. Penguin berserking 10% of the time. How many games did he play? 61. Okay, let us see all of the pages. Who competed? Night King in Jagalco. That's how you know how strong this tournament is. Bortnik and Jagalco on page 2. Also another one, Grandmaster Ali Reza, Faruja. Chess Weeb as well. He took second. He took second in the last arena. Did he play all... How many games did he get in there? 62? Yeah, seems like he played the whole tournament. Number of games seem to be right around that 60 mark. Okay. Page 3. What do we have? Oh, Rebecca Harris was in there. How many games did Rebecca Harris play? 51. Okay, maybe a bit of a late join. Or something. Not full. Cut out early, possibly. Let's see all of the pages. Or at least up until the point where we have players playing games. Okay. Alrighty. Anyone else kind of jumping off the page here? Screen's kind of moving on me some. Okay. Almost through. Yeah, these guys only played a handful of games. And I think right about this point, no one else played. Seems like we just have 249 who actually played one game. Right? Yeah. 249 competed in this one. Alright, I'm not going to go through any more. Alright, that was fun as usual. Good games all. That was awesome.